Look at this, guys. There is a lost Pokemon game, an official Pokemon game that you can't play that no one ever knew about by Did You Know Gaming, which is probably one of the best sources of unknown information for video games. They do their own research, they delve in, they find new facts that no one's ever heard of before. So this is my primary source for video game cool things and the like.
Did you know there's an official Gen 3 Pokemon game that's completely lost to time? It was called Pokemon Garden, and you're watching footage of it right now. It had some original music and even had voice acting.
Voice acting? Oh, wait, hold on.
Pokemon Garden.
Oh my god. Dude, this was ahead of its time. Is that Austin John? That's Austin John, right? That's Austin John.
In Japanese, but as of this video's publication, it can't even be played in Japan or anywhere else for that matter. But there's
Why
a team
not?
of archivists who spent the last few years trying to recover it and make it playable in English.
Oh, that's so awesome. And they have little Bulbasaur statues. They made new assets for this. This isn't in any of the games, right? They made new assets. I don't even think these flowers are in the other games. I do remember that tree, though. Big buff tree. That's the Viridian Forest tree. This is so cool.
We'll talk more about that towards the end of the video, but for now, let's discuss the game itself.
Little mini games?
Well, actually, there's 4 lost games we want to cover today, but we'll start with Pokemon Garden since it's our favorite. By the end of Gen 3, Game Freak and Nintendo were seeing a pattern. Each new generation sold significantly less than what came before. Older fans felt they'd grown up and didn't want to play Pokemon anymore, a phenomenon Game Freak called graduating.
Oh my god, they name it the same thing that they name VTubers that eventually leave. Whenever they think that a VTuber has grown too big for their britches, a VTuber company will be like, oh no, it's time for you to graduate, honey. You gotta go now. Sorry, your anime character has too many fans. You gotta graduate and get out now. See you later.
While the series was failing to pull in a younger audience who could take their place, so they partnered with Bascule to make Pokemon Garden, a game primarily targeted at Japanese elementary students. It also aimed to bring back older fans by kicking off Pokemon's first large-scale web campaign. The whole internet thing was relatively new back then, so this was Pokemon's big online blitz.
Wait, no, what did it say there? It says a complete partnership with Yahoo Kids ensured attracting a large customer base and use of the largest server in web campaign history, which means they could probably host about 5 people on it. Developing Pokemon Garden produced a Pokemon world exclusive to the web and created a buzz around it. These are the strategies for this game. Developing multi-user content. Pokemon Special Tour, built with advanced web technology and interactive content, unavailable until now, and also unavailable now, because no one can play it anymore. It's gone.
So even though Pokemon Garden looks like a Game Boy Advance game, it was never put on a cartridge. Instead, it was only playable on a computer through Yahoo Kids Japan.
This feels like the Pokemon answer to Club Penguin, or like RuneScape or something like that, which to be fair, would be a really good idea, and if they were not all about making sure all their video games are on their consoles, they could make something like this. They could make like an MMO or something along those lines and release it on PC. It would probably do really well.
Pokemon Garden launched on July 7th, 2006, a few months before Diamond and Pearl released in Japan.
Okay, never mind. They released it just before Diamond and Pearl, just before 4th gen. This was probably so outdated then. This probably felt so old. Considering that DS games were just around the corner and this looks like a starter GBA game. Not a great start, but to be fair, you can't really do a whole lot on PC in web browser in 2006. Diamond and Pearl were delayed? Oh yeah, they had to slow it down. They were like, guys, this game is way too quick. We have to delay it and make it slower.
Japan. It started like any other Pokemon game, asking what you want your name to be, but it also goes a step further by letting you choose your trainer class. Then you march up to this 4-story Game Boy building where the rest of the game takes place. The first floor is the lobby, where you can schedule your appointments to ride the Pokemon Time Machine. There's at least a 2-hour wait time for the machine, so until then, you can read Pokemon news updates or play minigames on these arcade machines. They record high scores.
It's a 2-hour wait?
Arcade cabinets, so if you're good enough, you can make a permanent impact on the world. At the scheduled time, you'll get a call telling you—
Wow, they straight up just like put the original minigames in, which is kind of fun. I wonder if they made some new ones too. I didn't see any new ones from that. The Dodrio one was from Fire Red Leaf Green when you go to the Savvy Islands and there's a little game corner and you can do like multiplayer games. I can't remember exactly how it works, but I never played those games, but I did see John Stone play them once. Pokemon Special Tour, guided tour attractions raised anticipation for new works. And through time travel, looked back at Pokemon's 10-year history. Oh man, remember when Pokemon was only 10 years old? Jeez, we're dying slowly. Expect at least a 2-hour wait. 2-hour wait? That's how long you wait to get on normal MMOs now anyway, don't you? That's like a normal average MMO wait. 11 users could connect simultaneously and enjoy real-time communication with each other. World of Warcraft is laughing at that right now. Furthermore, based on the choice of the passengers, the story diverged into different patterns. Okay, cool. That's actually really sick. I like that. Also, 11 users on a web browser game is pretty good.
You to climb aboard the time machine. You'll get your pick of the Diamond Tour or Pearl Tour.
Kazuya?
You'll be joined
That's
by
cool.
10 other people playing online just like you and taken to an interactive tour of Pokemon's history. Each tour lasts about 30 minutes. Depending on decisions you make as a team and how you react when the time machine malfunctions, events can play out a little differently.
Oh my god, they're freaking out. What is going on? This is funny.
Or you're encouraged to ride it again and again. After you safely return to the present day, all the passengers take a commemorative photo together.
Man, this is like one of those theme park rides. It literally feels like a theme park ride, but they made it in a web browser. That's pretty fun. Say cheese. You even get a picture at the ends. Can you print it out?
Escalators upstairs to the gallery. You can actually see the lobby below through the gallery floor. There's 3 doors, and behind each one is a gallery dedicated to a specific region. The Kanto Gallery, Johto, and one from Hoenn. Each room has music specific to that region, and comes with an upper balcony room. Inside you
know what they should have done? Since they were priming for a Diamond and Pearl to come out, they could have had like a Diamond and Pearl room to go in and see like, oh, this is what it's gonna be like this, here's a little sneaky peeky, here's a little secret. They could do that. So this isn't really like much of a game per se. It's like an interactive web experience you can go on, but it's pretty close to being games. It's you know, they say that visual novels are games. This can be a game too. That's fine.
You can see official artwork, including concept art, maps, character art, and you can read about the Pokemon native to each region. You can also chat with other people in the gallery, who are actually other people playing online, not NPCs. Game Freak's office is on the 3rd floor, and you can poke around and watch the developers working hard to make Gen 4, or chat with the devs like Junichi Masuda and Ken Sugimori, who share trivia and show you silhouettes of Pokemon who haven't been released yet.
Oh, they did do it! They did do the little secret! Never mind, I take it back. That's really cool. I like this. I mean, it's kind of dumb, and it's not really super, like, in-depth, but it's a fun little thing for you to experience while you're waiting for the new games to come out.
Interestingly, some information they shared turned out to be not true, like that Sinnoh's starters would be
Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. Wait, the playback speed is on point... I didn't even notice it's on 1.25%? Okay, my brain is broken completely. It's been playing at super fast mode the entire time, and I didn't even know. Wait, they said their starters were going to be fighting Dark and Psychic. Why would they lie? Why would Game Freak lie like that? Game Freak, why did you lie?
Fighting, Dark, and Psychic types. In their offices, you can check out the developers' Pokemon teams and watch videos of them. Like this one, of Sugimori drawing Gengar. There's also a Pokemon quiz if you want to test your trivia, and a couple of hidden rooms you can only access with secret passwords. If you sleuth your way into the secret diamond room, you can download this exclusive wallpaper for your computer background, and you can get this—
Are you kidding me? That exclusive wallpaper? This is the worst exclusive wallpaper I've ever seen in my life. I could make this exclusive wallpaper. It would take about 5 minutes. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, wow, so good. Oh, look at this one. This is great as well. You got some pink. At least you got some like texture around the stars this time.
In the Pearl Room. The 4th floor is this—
Do it? All right. I know I could do it. See, I did it. There's your background, isn't it? This is, yeah, I mean, like it's basically the same, guys. Graphic design is super easy. Look how similar that is. It's basically the exact same thing. Rate out of 10. See? Told you. Easy as pie. Okay, I'm not a graphic designer. Leave me alone. All right.
Play the arcade machines in the lobby or entered tournaments on the top floor. Well, maybe top floor is not the best way to describe it. It's more like the inside of Pokeballs on the building's roof. They open up and each one is as big as a stadium inside. These tournaments are essentially rock, paper, scissors. But instead of rock, paper, scissors, you use Pokemon types. Water beats fire, fire beats grass, and so on. Winning against other players gets you in-game money. And if you beat enough opponents, you take on
in-game money
game masters. There's a lot more.
Oh, that sounds cool.
We don't want to bore you with every detail.
Hold on, the secret of the patterns on Spinda's body is finally revealed. The secrets are sometimes animals look differently when they are born, and they don't all look identical. Scientists are going to be mind blown when they hear that one.
So that's the long and short of it. Looked at as a whole, Pokemon Garden amounts to an interactive Pokemon museum and theme park. It was initially scheduled to shut down 5 months after it opened, but it was extended another month due to popular demand. A lot of the footage in this video comes from a press release made for investors, which boasts of Garden's million-plus visitors and even attributes to the success of Diamond and Pearl to this unprecedented online campaign.
Wow, so they did really well. It went on the internet, it blew up, and it showed them that things on the internet can boost their sales. Like videos, for example. Videos on the internet could boost their sales, and that maybe they should pay me money to play Pokemon. I think that that's all the conclusions that we should come to here. They should pay me money to play Pokemon.
Diamond and Pearl broke this series' downward sales spiral and managed to outperform.
Okay, to be fair, right? Fire Red Leaf Green was a remake, so it is just by definition gonna sell worse. Nintendo DS is a new console, so it has a lot more hype and marketing behind it than Generation 3 does. Oh, that's a new console as well, actually. Generation 4 has Darkrai, so therefore it will sell more, obviously.
On both Gen 3 and the Gen 1 remakes. How much of that can actually be attributed to Pokemon Garden is impossible to say, but this investor video sure seems to think it played a big part. Garden was so popular,
I think it's cool.
After it closed, it was reopened again. This time permanently, they said, but interest tapered off as time went on, and so it was eventually closed forever. However, as we
That's a shame, because it seems like a really fun thing. If they had like updated it and like kept it going, or maybe re-released a similar thing for new games as they went, I think it would have been pretty popular.
mentioned earlier, there's a group of preservationists trying to resurrect it once again and make it playable in English. It's some of the same folks who recently released fan localizations of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Wii games that only released in Japan.
That's right, I remember those only released in Japan. Well, to be fair, it's probably fine that they only released in Japan, because after the first few games, Mystery Dungeon kind of fell off a little bit.
Which you could play right now if you wanted to, thanks to these guys. Unfortunately though, restoring Pokemon Garden's a bit trickier than localizing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Wii. Garden was technically a Flash game, so the only way to restore it is to find fans who played it 15 years ago and ask for their browser cache.
Oh my god, there's no way that that still exists. Their browser cache? Yo, rest in peace to the Flash games. Rest in peace to our goats. Some of the most important games of our lives. Flash games like Interactive Buddy, Swords and Sandals, Age of War, and some of those bike games where you like drive a bike. I miss them. They were fantastic games. And all those tower defense games too. Rest in peace. Even though you can still play Flash games because most of them were updated and you can probably still play them, and there's like browser editions, so you can play them fine. They're fine.
And we're not talking cache as in money. An internet cache is essentially a computer's stored data of websites it accessed in the past. The preservationists use them like puzzle pieces to put the game back together, but it isn't easy finding people with computers that old that are still working. And one person's cache is only part of the picture. With their project leader, MVIT, translator Higsby, and a few researchers, they've made good progress, but 100% completion's gonna be impossible without community support. That's why we made this video. If you ever played Pokemon Garden, please visit
That's cool.
this link.
See, that's what I mean about Did You Know Gaming being like super insane game preservationists, and they delve into the deep to find the facts that no one else has known. Like, it's pretty cool. Obviously, they're not going to get everything right, especially when a lot of this stuff is murky and muddy, when there's no way to definitively check whether something is 100% true or not. But like, they do really, really good work, and I really appreciate them. That's why I like Did You Know Gaming so much.
Or, if you know anyone else who played it, ask them to visit this link. It's called Flashpoint, and it'll check your browser cache for Flash games so you can donate them to all Flash restoration projects, including this one. Hopefully someday soon, Pokemon Garden can be restored for fans all around the world to experience firsthand.
That would be cool, but also it doesn't really seem like there's a lot of content, but still it would be cool if it was just available.
There are 3 more lost Pokemon games they hope to recover as well. After Garden's closure, the official website announced Pokemon Mazeland, a comparatively simple game where you run through Pokemon-shaped mazes. Any Pokemon from generations 1 through 4 were fair
Oh god.
and every day fans could explore 4 of them. In each maze, you're supposed to find 4 checkpoints, collect plates, and you can even chat with other players. There's still a lot of missing information about this one because not as many people played it compared to Garden, so there's fewer internet cache.
Yeah, who wants to go online and do mazes in the fire red leaf green graphics style?
Recovered. Another game was Pokemon Sky Tower, which launched side by side with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and was seemingly inspired by the real-life Sky Tree in Tokyo. Long story short, it's a Pokemon trivia competition that uses info from the first 4 generations of Pokemon, hosted by this guy in a Burmy costume.
Ew, Burmy! Why did they make that guy the host of all the people that could have been the host? Also, why isn't he in the games? Because that would have been pretty funny.
You compete against other players online, and for each correct answer, you ascend 1 floor of the Sky Tower. Get 1 wrong, and you go down a floor, and the first one to make it to the 100th floor wins. The game was only played.
Oh my god, it's a battle royale, isn't it? It's a battle royale. You go up against people, you face off against others, and you answer questions.
From 6 a.m. to midnight, and the tower had a pretty cool day-night cycle.
Wait, the tower closes at night? Why?
There's a lot of missing data and information, but it's worth noting that Mazeland and Sky Tower both had online leaderboards. The last game is Pokemon Dream World, which unlike these other games didn't originally release in English. It was also technically a Flash game, but it had the ability to connect directly to Pokemon Black, White, Black 2, and White 2. You could even send Pokemon
I only know this exists because I think John did a video on it.
from your DS into Dream World to collect exclusive items and catch new Pokemon, including some Pokemon that you couldn't catch in a Generation 5 game.
You know, this style of gameplay makes me think that actually a Pokemon point-and-click adventure game, or maybe like a detective simulator that's point-and-click, like a lot of those older games used to be when you just point and click and you'd find items and you could combine items and stuff like that. That would actually work pretty well for Pokemon. I think that would be a cool thing that they could take a look at.
Probably the best way to describe Dream World's like a simpler Pokemon version of Animal Crossing. Each player had their own
Wait, is that what Detective Pikachu is? Is Detective Pikachu point and click? Oh, I don't know. I didn't play that shit.
Customizable home where they could visit other players' homes as well. Unova doesn't have any soft soil for growing berries, but you get your own berry garden in Dream World, and you can send berries back to Unova. You can unlock new areas in the Island of Dreams like the windswept sky, sparkling sea, and spooky manor.
Where do they go and get shopping from if they're just sitting in islands? How do they get, like, do they go Aldi? Where do they have like a local bakery?
Each with their own mini games, Pokemon, and items to collect. Pokemon and items collected in the Dream World could be sent back to the DS games, and every Pokemon had hidden abilities. For a lot of them, it was actually the only way to obtain those abilities. Some were unlocked for free, while others cost Dream Points earned by playing minigames, making friends with other players, and watering berries for them.
There are chilling implications behind the idea that you can just summon things from your dreams into the real world, and they just exist in the real world now. I saw a Rayquaza in those bubbles. The idea that you can dream a Rayquaza and pull it kicking and screaming into the material realm has potentially horrific ramifications.
That's nice. The Dream World also appeared in the Pokemon Adventures manga as an alternative dimension that Pokemon visit in their sleep. The game was shut down early in 2014, the same day as all of Gen 5's online functionalities, rendering it completely unplayable, just like the other games that we talked about. Again, if you ever played Garden, Mazeland, Sky Tower, or Dream World, please visit the link to share
The art is really good on this, though.
Between these games getting resurrected or languishing in the afterlife for all eternity. If they're ever brought back from the dead, we'll be sure to let you know in a future video.
I would own all of you in that trivia game. That tower, I would destroy all of you. I would kill you in that trivia game.
A bizarre Russian Pokedex from the...
Yes, I reacted to that as well, Did You Know Gaming? Thank you. Look at this art. Very good art. That's not true. Sarabee seems to think that something isn't true. I'm not really sure what they mean, but something isn't true. Did you know? That was a good video. Please subscribe to Did You Know Gaming. And also, if you want me to react to something, let me know on my Discord server.